Breaking. Ruth Ginsburg just got the worst news of her life, she is done. A standout amongst the most astonishing parts of Trump's administration is his adaptability. It's not another trap. Ronald Reagan was acclaimed for keeping his foes, both remote and local, reeling by never truly comprehending what he would do next. Trump is taking after that playbook breathtakingly. The press can't keep it all straight. They circled in circles like Rachel Maddow did with his assessments, declining to concede they are getting played for the imbeciles they are. It is a wonderful thing to watch. Presently he is preparing to make a monstrous arrangement that will most likely anger everybody. Which is never an awful thing. As indicated by close Trump companion Chris Ruddy, owner of Newsmax, Trump may make an arrangement to quiet down the Democrats and dispose of ultra-liberal Ruth Bader Ginsburg in the meantime. Ruddy stated, "I think they made a big mistake by pulling the nuclear option. I wrote about it. I said they should not have done it. I think that he still should pick Merrick Garland and do a deal. Ruth Bader Ginsburg wants to retire, and I think they should swap her out, give her an offer where they would put Merrick Garland on the Supreme Court. They would remove a very liberal Democrat with a moderate, consensus Democrat, who I think Garland is," Ruddy added. "And I think it would be a huge move and a sign for Trump that he's willing to break through the political ice. Presently we don't know whether this is valid yet. I am for whatever it takes to get Ginsburg off the court. On the off chance that the cost is a direct Democrat to supplant her, the adjust is still moved to one side. All things considered, if Ginsburg can't proceed, she has various supposed medical issues, Trump will pick a more conservative judge to supplant her. Everything boils down to two things: to what extent can Ginsburg hold tight? What's more, does Trump simply need her off the court now so his motivation will effectively cruise through any court challenges? She can obstruct a few things, not all, and most concur Garland would be root superior to Ginsburg. It appears if Trump needs to make an arrangement there might be space to work. This is a fascinating advancement and I trust Trump to get us significantly in any case. Do you think Trump ought to make this deal? What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comments section below. Share the truth, be patriots. Thank you for reading. Kaboom. Bill O'Reilly just released official statement, fans stunned. Bill O'Reilly has released an announcement on regards to his end at Fox News, which occurred subsequent to overpowering shock in regards to a few ladies who made allegations of inappropriate behavior against the Link News top commentator. Below is his statement. Over the past 20 years at Fox News, I have been extremely proud to launch and lead one of the most successful news programs in history, which has consistently informed and entertained millions of Americans and significantly contributed to building Fox into the dominant news network in television. It is tremendously disheartening that we part ways due to completely unfounded claims. But that is the unfortunate reality many of us in the public eye must live with today. I will always look back on my time at Fox with great pride and the unprecedented success we achieved, and with my deepest gratitude to all my dedicated viewers. I wish only the best for Fox News Channel, O'Reilly concluded. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comments section below. Share the truth, be patriots. Thank you for reading. Judge Jeanine shocks viewers with major announcement, details. Judge Jeanine Pirro is a standout amongst the most well-known personalities at Fox News. That is the reason her fans are celebrating this week after it was uncovered the system has given her another TV arrangement. BizPac Review announced that Pirro will have another reality arrangement called You the Jury. The show will highlight genuine common cases that will be chosen by Americans watching at home. After a case has been exhibited, watchers will have 5 minutes to vote on the decision by means of an instant message. The choice after the East Drift and Focal Time Zone communicate will be uncovered live by Pirro. In any case, this choice can be toppled after the watchers in the West Drift, Mountain Time Zone vote once the show pretends in their general vicinity. Offended parties and respondents should consent to an arrangement before showing up on the show, consenting to America's vote as the coupling choice in their question. They will convey their own intentions as they sit opposite each other before America chooses their destiny. Pirro is the ideal individual to host the show, as she was the primary lady chose to serve on the Westchester County Court seat before serving for a long time as the principal female lead prosecutor in Westchester County. She will be joined on the new show by the previous judge of the Superior Court of California, La Doris Cordell, who will manage the cases. 6 lawyers will contend for the respondents and offended parties, including Jose Baez, who shielded Casey Anthony, and Benjamin Crump, who spoke to the groups of Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comments section below. Share the truth, be patriots. Thank you for reading. What? Russia claims ability to shut down entire U.S. Navy in insane propaganda vid. Perhaps still clinging to the increasingly debunked Trump-Russia collusion narrative, the American mainstream media has largely avoided reporting on the Russian reactions to President Donald Trump's recent displays of military strength and decisiveness on the global stage, which have not been of the friendly, colluding variety. The British media, however, has had no such qualms in reporting on a rather absurd and unbelievable piece of propaganda put forth by Russian media outlet Vesti, which made an outrageous claim of supposed Russian military capabilities that, if true, would literally change the entire game in Russia's favor. According to the UK Sun, Russia essentially claimed that it has developed an electronic signals jamming device capable of utterly disabling the entire US Navy without firing a single shot. Among the many claims put forward in the news report, which can be seen here, the Russians claim to be capable of jamming and neutralizing any American aircraft, ship, missile, radar system, and even satellites, all while simultaneously rendering their own bases invisible. The reporter in the piece proudly stated, "You don't need to have expensive weapons to win, powerful radio electronic jamming is enough." The UK Mirror noted that the Russian propaganda report was released on what was said to be the 113th anniversary of the creation of Russian electronic warfare troops, who were deemed to have been successful in their efforts at jamming the radio signals of the Japanese military during the Russo-Japanese War in 1904. Russians might want to remember that their country lost that war, the first time an Asian country defeated a European country in a war in modern history. The Russian report also claimed that the jamming capabilities had already been put to the test during a 2014 incident in the Black Sea, when a Russian Sukhoi Su-24 fighter bomber jet repeatedly circled, and supposedly disabled with a flick of a switch, the USS Donald Cook, a state-of-the-art American naval destroyer, one of several similar provocative encroachments over the past few years. While the Russian military no doubt has some electronic signals jamming capabilities, it is highly unlikely that they are able to neutralize any and all U.S. aircraft, naval vessels, radar systems, and satellites at once. In truth, this is quite likely just hyperbolic bluster and propaganda from a regime that enjoyed exerting a sort of dominance over the United States for the 8 years of Barack Obama's presidency, only to find that the current situation has shifted dramatically during the Trump presidency. Russia is no longer the emerging top dog of the world, or even their own corner of the globe, that they had styled themselves to be. We shall see if Trump responds in kind to this Russian bravado, or merely joins Defense Secretary James Mattis for a good, hearty laugh over such ludicrous claims. Please share this on Facebook and Twitter to let everyone know what the Russian laughably claim to be capable of doing to the U.S. military. What do you think of this claimed capability put forward by Russian media? Scroll down to comment below. Donald Trump's North Korea Armada gaffe was dangerous buffoonery. Thanks to Donald Trump, the international community now knows that the United States is a force to be reckoned with. Gone are the days when dictators and allies alike disdained a professorial president who preferred nuclear diplomacy to nuclear war. If only Barack Obama had played more golf at luxury resorts, his successor would not have to bring such golden luster to such a copper world. Less than 100 days into this presidency, it is blissfully clear what kind of leader Trump is. He has made the awesome transition from a neophyte candidate into a neophyte president, From a man who bluffed and blustered his way in TV debates to a man who bluffs and blusters his way through international crises. Here is a small-time businessman who knew nothing about foreign affairs, who has grown into a nuclear-armed president who knows nothing about foreign affairs. He used to fire B-list celebrities on TV, now he just fires off tweets and tomahawks after watching TV. To put it mildly, it is troubling for any White House, at a time of high tensions with a rogue nuclear state, to act as dumb or duplicitous as Donald Trump. Machiavelli argued that it is better to be feared than loved. It's also better to look like something other than a fool. Because that's what you look like when you misstate the mission and location of an entire aircraft carrier group, specifically, the USS Carl Vinson, an Nimitz-class, nuclear-powered beast of the seas, accompanied by a strike force of 2 destroyers and a cruiser. How does such confusion begin? In an epic interview with Fox Business Network, President Trump made it clear he was getting tough with North Korea. But he was also cunningly mysterious about what he was doing. "You never know, do you? You never know, I don't want to talk about it," he told his interviewer before, talking about it. "We are sending an armada, very powerful. We have submarines, very powerful, far more powerful than the aircraft carrier, that I can tell you. And we have the best military people on earth. And I will say this. He is doing the wrong thing. He is doing the wrong thing." As an explanation of a nuclear crisis, this is right up there with his February press conference, when he spilled the secrets about his classified briefings on nuclear war with Russia. Nuclear holocaust would be like no other. The only problem is that the Carl Vinson Armada wasn't sailing towards North Korea. It was sailing away from Pyongyang. A long, long way away, more than 3,500 miles away to the Indian Ocean for a joint